The thing about it is that you can get that action pretty low. I got it down to approximately where I wanted. Like I could sweep pick and no problem with it. It's just it is kind of weird how that guitar adjusts a bit. You know, like it's not as super obvious where just put everything the same. You know what I mean? Like the two sides the same. This one you got to kind of teeter the bridge a bit. Just is what it is. But you know, the nice thing about going into the music store and you try like a guitar here, you try a guitar there, and okay, here's a guitar you've been drooling at on the internet, and then you find one that's the same model or whatever. You try it, it's like, it's not better than what I got at home. It saves you a lot of money by doing that, because then it just takes away the allure. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna waste my money. So, although I did try not a full test drive, but it was the Swamp Ash, yellow Swamp Ash Charvel with the ebony fingerboard, and it has the Floyd 1000 on it. And I did just messed around with the Floyd 1000 a little bit just to see how tight it was, and if you could do the cat purrs and stuff with that, you can. So if you're thinking about getting a Floyd 1000 sight unseen, they do seem like the arms seem fairly tight. Now, how well does it hold up over a year? I don't know. Over 10 years? I don't know. I know the Floyd specials are not tight, so, which, you know, you can still use them, but they're just not, they don't have the finesse to do all the whiz-bang whammy bar gymnastics, right? So, is what it is. Is what it is. Now that it's getting later in the afternoon, it's starting to get a bit cooler, so I just got to put it onto the heat side. But I picked a good day to come down, that's for sure. But yeah, no, I tried a couple other guitars, a couple of PRSs. There was one that was gorgeous, and I tried it, and I was like, holy jeez, the neck was so thick on it. Beautiful guitar, though. Oh my god, like, you know, but like, I mean, that was like thick, like really thick neck. I think I tried 2 PRSs that were in there. So as of now, for all the PRSs that I've ever tried in my life, which it's not that many, but a few, I will say, until I try, you know, a few more core models and stuff like that, the best for metal PRSs you can get are the Mark Holcomb guitars. It's just the necks. It comes down to the necks. It really does. The fingerboard might be a little bit different, because maybe you'll like something that flat, maybe you won't. You know what I mean? But yeah, the PRS is, man, I made a good call on those. I really did. Yeah, and then, what else did I try? I tried a couple of Fenders, a couple of Gibsons, a couple of Telecasters, the Pro models, because I am thinking of getting one. But it's between the Player Pluses and the Pro 2s. Now, mind give myself as much room as possible. It's just like